Before we start, pay attention. Every time you spot trivia in this video, keep counting. Comment the final number, stay subscribed, and you could win an Amazon gift card this month. Subscribed? Good. Let's go. The film opens with Joey, a Special Forces soldier participating in a mission in Afghanistan, during which his armored vehicle is ambushed. Although Joey survives, he witnesses the brutal deaths of all 5 of his comrades. Overcome with rage, he retaliates by shooting 5 civilians whom he mistakenly believes to be the attackers. The incident is captured on video by a military drone. As a result, Joey faces charges in a military court. During psychological treatment at a hospital, he escapes and disappears from military oversight. 1 year later, Joey continues to struggle with PTSD and overwhelming guilt. He lives on the streets as a homeless man and relies on alcohol to numb his pain. During this time, he forms a bond with a homeless girl named Isabelle, and the two look out for one another. One day, 2 thugs confront them and demand protection money.
Run, Isabelle!
Joey escapes to the roof of an apartment building. With no other option, he notices an unlocked skylight and drops into the apartment below to avoid capture. While he manages to escape, the thugs take Isabelle, whom he had tried to protect, without his knowledge. Inside the vacant apartment, Joey studies his disheveled reflection in a mirror. Overcome by conflicting emotions, he cleans himself, cuts his unkempt hair, and puts on the owner's expensive clothing, restoring an appearance closer to his former self. As he prepares to leave, the landline phone rings. From the owner's voicemail, Joey learns that the resident is currently in the United States and will not return until October. With it being February, he realizes the apartment will remain empty for several months. Near the door, he finds a debit card and its pin among the mail and visits an ATM to withdraw cash. Although he hopes to start over, sobriety brings back memories of his actions in Afghanistan, pushing him back into despair. He returns to drinking to silence those memories. Despite this, he remains concerned about Isabelle's safety. While heavily intoxicated, Joey goes to a soup kitchen and asks Sister Christina about Isabelle's whereabouts. Tina has not seen the girl and becomes suspicious of Joey's sudden change in appearance, assuming he may have obtained the clothing illegally. Joey dismisses the concern and describes the clothes as a gift from God. In gratitude for Tina's past support, he gives her £500 and asks her to watch for Isabelle. Money creates a moral dilemma for Tina. She has long wanted to buy something for herself, but is uncertain about the source of the cash. After a restless night, she decides to turn it in, but her superior advises her to keep it, noting that authorities would likely take it for themselves. Accepting this reasoning, Tina decides to use the money to attend a prima ballerina's farewell performance and purchases a ticket. Meanwhile, Joey's physical condition deteriorates. He suffers from broken ribs and an infected wound. The infection develops into a fever accompanied by painful memories and hallucinations. As a fugitive wanted by the Ministry of Defense, he cannot seek medical care. He returns to Tina, who happens to have medication and provides him with antibiotics. She still has no information about Isabelle. Joey leaves Tina a note with his address in case Isabelle comes looking for him. Before leaving, he tells her she is an angel, leading Tina to believe he may be trying to change. Back at the apartment, Joey is disgusted by his own behavior. He pours all the alcohol down the drain and resolves to regain control of his life. Using the apartment owner's luxury car, he begins distributing missing person flyers for Isabelle throughout the city. Soon afterward, he receives a voicemail from Isabelle. In the message, she asks him to stop searching for her and claims she is working for the thugs to save money before leaving London. She says she will contact him when she chooses. Joey feels relief after hearing her voice, unaware that Isabelle is being forced into prostitution and that the message was recorded under coercion. Believing Isabelle is safe, Joey begins rebuilding his life. He remains sober, resumes physical training, and secures a job in the kitchen of an Asian restaurant. He works double shifts for additional pay, washing dishes and dealing with disruptive customers when necessary. His physical presence and discipline attract the attention of the manager, who believes Joey's abilities are being wasted in the kitchen. The manager introduces him to the owner, Mr. Choi. It soon becomes clear that the restaurant operates as a front for the local Asian mob. Mr. Choi needs a driver for criminal operations rather than ordinary deliveries. Joey accepts the position and becomes the organization's primary problem solver. His efficiency and combat training quickly elevated him to the role of Mr. Choi's top enforcer, allowing him to accumulate significant money. Instead of keeping the wealth for himself, Joey begins setting aside funds for his ex-wife Anna and their daughter, whom he feels too ashamed to approach. Despite the criminal nature of his work, he regularly sends truckloads of food to Tina's soup kitchen so the homeless can receive proper meals. By July, Joey gathers the courage to visit Anna. The meeting devastates her. She screams and cries upon seeing him. Since his disappearance, child support payments had stopped, forcing her to lose her job and struggle to maintain housing. Filled with guilt, Joey asks her to hold on a little longer and promises to resolve their situation. He'll leave a lot of cash before leaving. Days later, Tina brings devastating news. Authorities have confirmed that Isabelle is dead, and Tina possesses photographs from a morgue. Seeing Isabelle's body causes Joey profound anguish. Tina explains that the autopsy revealed Isabelle had been raped and had developed a drug addiction before her death. Enraged by the information, Joey abandons the controlled persona he had built and begins searching for the men responsible for Isabelle's abduction. After tracking down several leads and using violence during interrogations, he learns that Isabelle was killed by a disturbed client, a man in his 30s with a visible scar above his eye. Finding a single individual in a city the size of London proves extremely difficult. Joey briefly considers contacting the police, but his status as a wanted fugitive prevents it. Instead, he asks Tina to pass the information to authorities. Later, Joey gives Tina a long dress and invites her to meet him at a photo gallery. When she arrives wearing a flowing red dress, her appearance surprises Joey. Tina quickly clarifies that she is there only to receive information about the killer. After Joey shares what he knows, they leave the gallery and end up in a nearby alley. Having had a few drinks and feeling momentarily free from the restrictions of convent life, Tina begins dancing in the red dress. The atmosphere becomes intimate, and she leans forward and kisses Joey. Almost immediately, she regains her composure and leaves. Joey continues working for the mob while waiting for news from Tina. His growing reputation and imposing presence eventually attract police attention, and investigators track down Tina. Attempting to protect Joey, she lies to them. When they meet again, Tina is visibly distressed. She struggles with her feelings for Joey while recognizing that her life as a nun and the consequences of her past actions could create serious complications. Her frustration grows when she learns that the police have little interest in Isabelle's murder. In response, Joey decides to pursue justice through violence. While walking Tina back to the convent, she begins speaking about her past. She explains that she once dreamed of becoming a ballerina, but her father forced her into gymnastics instead. During her teenage years, she endured abuse from her coach. After years of suffering, she eventually retaliated violently against him. Following the incident, she was sent to a convent, where she spent years trying to escape both the trauma and the guilt associated with her actions. Charity work became her only path toward peace. Tina believes desire is a sin, and Joey's presence has begun to awaken emotions she had buried. In order to remove herself from the situation, she applies for a transfer to Africa beginning October 1st. Meanwhile, Joey seeks information about Isabelle's killer through criminal networks. He reaches an agreement with a female mob boss. In exchange for undertaking a dangerous human smuggling operation that others have refused, she will use her resources to locate the man responsible. Joey completes the operation successfully. The mob boss honors the agreement and provides him with an invitation to a gala where the killer will be present on October 1st at 7:30 p.m. When October 1st arrives, Joey invites Tina to a park and asks her to photograph him. Both understand this may be their final meeting. Anticipating the possibility of his death, Joey asks her to take several photos for his daughter and for herself. For the first time, he asks whether she believes he's a good man. Tina acknowledges the change she sees in him, but reminds him that she will be leaving for Africa the next day. The moment forces both of them to confront their emotions. Instead of parting immediately, they return to the apartment for what they believe will be one final night together. Their time is cut short when the apartment's owner unexpectedly returns, forcing them to leave. Joey suggests fleeing together, but Tina refuses. She tells him that their pasts and the reality of their lives make such an outcome impossible. As 7 p.m. approaches, Joey visits his ex-wife's home. He briefly sees his daughter, who does not recognize him. He leaves behind the photographs and all the money he has accumulated before leaving for the gala. After completing his task, Joey ends up drunk on the street. Tina quietly places a scarf around him and sits beside him. Later that night, Joey wakes and finally speaks openly about the event in Afghanistan. He explains how he lost control and killed 5 innocent civilians, destroying their families and his own life. The memory has driven his years of guilt and alcoholism. As he speaks, he breaks down in tears. The following day, Tina departs for Africa as planned, leaving her red dress behind in her old room. During the bus ride, she finds a letter from Joey containing his photograph and a farewell note expressing his determination to become a better man despite the uncertainty of his life. But the main question is, how many trivia did you count? Don't forget to comment.